Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. Let me go ahead and take those off. And welcome to your daily Adept report for today, Tuesday, June the 19th of 2018. Thanks to you so much for joining me on this video. And we're going to dive into the bit of the astrology, into the cards, and see what we have in store for today. And it's the first time I'm making an Adept report in about a week. I was on vacation. I'm back. I could have made one this morning, but admittedly, I kind of just needed to catch up on sleep. And then when I got back from my break, when I went on break at work and I had some time to make the video, I wasn't really in the right energy. And I don't really want to deliver you guys a reading if I'm not, like, there. I have to at least be, like, and I won't always be 100%, but sometimes I got to push through the video. But I wasn't even at like 90%. Like my energy was just not really there. So I meditated instead, and that helped me to ground some of the energies that I was feeling and let me kind of flesh out any anxieties and worries and stuff like that. As the day progressed, they got better as the day progressed. So for me anyways, I hope you all had a good day. My intention, just a little bit of announcements before we get into it. My intention is to put out the weekly report either tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to film it tonight because it's actually Monday evening at this current moment that I'm filming this. So I'm either going to make it after I film this daily Adept report, or I'm going to wake up early in the morning and do it because Colombia and Japan play tomorrow at 8 a.m. and I don't want to miss that game. And I also have the second half of June reports for all 12 signs. I have the next couple of days off, so I will be working on those. You can expect to see those out definitely by Friday. I'm going to try to get them out before the solstice. So yeah, that's really what's going to be coming up, and thank you so much for being patient with me. I'm back in the flow of things, and even though I'm not in my traditional setup right now, I'm still going to be rolling out these videos and still want to deliver this content. But anyways, let's get on to the reading. So today, on Tuesday, we have a rather powerful day. And the theme that I did for this, which you will see in my weekly report, is, no, seriously, follow your heart. You know, we have Venus, which is coming into its conjunction with the North Node today, and this is really powerful. Venus represents the energy, how we open up to things, how we receive things. You know, it's like this divine feminine energy where we learn how to receive and take in things, right? Kind of what we're attracted to. Canonically, it's the planet of love. And with it conjuncting the North Node and Leo, this is really us opening up to our heart. This is us opening up and receiving our heart, receiving our inner child, receiving the jubilant play and passion and joy that our inner child wants to experience. The North Node in Leo, the universe is really calling us to really follow our heart more than ever. Like, you hear this before, and it's probably like a broken record. If you heard it, not from me, but from other people, it was like, how do you become happy in life? How do you find success? You just follow your heart. You follow your heart. And it's like, right now, the universe is really telling us, follow your heart, follow your heart. With the Venus conjuncting the North Node, this is probably the major transit of the day, even though we do have something else happening, which I'll talk about in a moment. But this is really calling us back into, how can we receive our heart more? How can we receive our authenticity more? How can we receive our passion, that roar to just live every day to the fullest? You know, a Leo who is like truly in their authenticity and living every day to the fullest is probably one of the most fun signs to be around, because there is the life of the party. All the planets revolve around the sun. There's a reason for that. So it's like, you really want to find that. You're really going to find today that sparking you to want to really learn to receive your love, to really learn how to receive your love more. And by learning to do that, you'll begin to receive the love from others. Because we have to remember that this Venus conjunct the North Node is also opposing the South Node. So there's going to be this tendency almost to try and you're going to want to try and receive love from others, but they might not be able to give it to you. And you might experience that today. You might experience some discomfort with that. Of course, this has already been kind of like, you know, it's technically conjunct right now, but it's going to apex on today. But you're going to want to receive love from other people, and they might not be able to give it to you the way that you want. You probably have different love languages. I don't know if you heard this, but we have different love languages. I think there's like 6 of them. It's like some of them are like, you know, words of affirmations, touch. What are some of the other ones? I'm trying to remember. Gifts, acts of service. I can't remember the other 2 off the top of my head. But we all have different love languages. So this is a day where you're really starting to learn your love language. And, you know, in order for you to receive love from other people, Aquarius, you will first want to give love to yourself, Leo. So it's like, do something today that really makes you feel the love, makes you feel your love, and it makes you feel the joy. Dance, take yourself, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go watch The Incredibles. I'm going to be by myself because, you know, my fiance's going to be at work. But this is something I've been looking forward to for such a long time. So I'm going to go watch The Incredibles 2 today because I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So do something loving for yourself. Like take yourself out on a date. This will be such a perfect day to do something loving for yourself. And then potentially, yeah, you may open up channels to receive love from other people and to give love to other people. That's really going to be important today. The other thing that is really important is that we do have this Grand Water Trine that is beginning to apex. We have Neptune, which is now retrograde in Pisces. We have Jupiter, which is retrograde in Scorpio. And then now we have Mercury, which is in Cancer. So this is really powerful because our mind and our thoughts are now communicating more with our emotions. Our mind is communicating with, like, how can I show more compassion for myself? How can I have more compassionate thoughts? So we can start to send back this feedback loop of, you know, I am powerful, I am worthy, I am okay, I can do this, I will do this, I am possible, I am magical. And really telling ourselves that, you know, it's okay to feel the way that we feel. It's okay to feel happy. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel mad and frustrated, to be excited. It's okay to feel all of these things. This is going to be a time where really we have to acknowledge all of our emotions and all of our feelings and be okay with all of them. But it's also going to be a great healing time because this Grand Water Trine has been to heal. Neptune retrograde now in Pisces is really going to be asking us to have more faith in the Spirit, to have more faith in Goddess, God, right? In Source. Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio is going to be asking us to how can we really dig deeper and find these deeper wants and these deeper desires. How can we dig deeper and even show more compassion for ourselves? Whereas in the past, we might not have been able to show that compassion for ourselves because didn't really know how. We didn't really feel like we had the emotional capability or the emotional strength to forgive ourselves, to forgive others. Scorpio is not a very forgiving energy, but Jupiter retrograde is actually kind of asking us to forgive ourselves. It's interesting. We also have something called a Grand Kite that's forming today. And this happens when you have a trine, and you also have a planet that's in opposition. In this case, it would be the Moon in Virgo, going to be opposing Neptune in Pisces. And the Moon is also going to be making sextiles to the other two planets in that trine. So the Moon in Virgo is going to be opposing Neptune. It's also going to be sextiling Jupiter and sextiling Mercury. What does this mean? I like to think of Grand Kites as like, you know, it's a kite. So you try to get wind up under it so it can so it can hang around the sky, and it can't hang up in there forever. But you have to give it a little bit of effort to kind of get it up there. But once you get it up there, once you get that kite going, it has that draft and it has the wind and it's just flying and soaring there. It's a really great feeling to actually get that kite up there, and it's just really, really cool. I remember last week when we were at the beach, someone had a kite at the beach, and people clapped and cheered actually when this little girl got the kite up. And that's kind of how it is. And since this is dealing mostly with water energy and with that earth energy, with the Moon being in Virgo, this is about us, learning how to have more compassion for ourselves and compassion for other people, but also us knowing that, yes, this is going to be a time where we want to get things done. This is going to be a time where we want to know the details. We want to try and iron out the details. You're not going to have all the details today. You're simply not. But this also can be a great day to kind of clean up some areas you've liked. It's going to be a great day to find a way to kind of, I would say even not expedite, that's not necessarily the right word I'm looking for, to kind of make certain areas of your life more efficient, right? Earlier today when I was taking notes, and these are just the only notes, but I took all kinds of freaking notes today while I was actually at work. I actually managed to find a way to make my note-taking more efficient, so when I can come on and make these videos, it flows better. And I was like, wow, that's a nice little small victory. That's kind of what the Moon in Virgo is, because Virgo, deals with the details and the facts. But sometimes we want to know all the facts right now, but we really can't know all the facts right now. So we have to kind of just take things a step at a time, a day at a time. Today's going to be a day where if you can kind of get the air under the kite and get it up there, you're really going to be feeling jubilant, free, happy, blissful. You're going to be feeling like, yeah, things might happen. Yeah, you might feel frustrated in the future. You might have some type of weird things going on, of course, because Neptune is retrograde. There might be some issues, and things will come up. Challenges will come up, but you can make it through. You have the emotional capability and the emotional strength to make it through. Not only that, but if you follow your heart, which is what Venus conjunct the North Node wants you to, you can do that. This is not really going to be a day about trying to save the world. That's not what this is about. You will save the world once you learn that you are the savior that you're looking for, right? And it's not even so much that you need to be saved. You just need to be acknowledged. Just acknowledge who you are. Just acknowledge your heart. You don't have to try and save anyone. You don't have to wait for anyone to save you. All you need to do is acknowledge yourself and acknowledge your heart. And follow that space. Follow your passion. Follow your joy. And that's really what the universe is calling us to. Later on, the moon is going to trine Pluto. So it's like, yeah, certain details about how we think things are supposed to be, they may break down, but this trine with Pluto is showing us that there's greater order, there's greater order to all this, and there's timing in this, because Capricorn does rule timing, and Pluto is like, is death and rebirth, so it's like our sense of timing is even being deconstructed, but there's actually a powerful beauty in that if we learn to kind of just go with the flow of things and just kind of take things a step at a time, take things one detail at a time, we will slowly begin to see just how powerful this transformation really is. This entire year is an incredible year of transformation. Every year really is, but this year especially, we're being called at such a great capacity to heal ourselves, and we have experienced a lot of water trines already. We experienced a water trine not too long ago, and now we have this one. It's really going to be powerful. It's really going to be an amazing day of just learning to receive our heart. To do an act today towards yourself where you really feel your love. Just do that, and I promise you, it will feel great. The card that we actually have for today is the Six of Swords, and it's interesting because I was making this video earlier, and I was interrupted, so that's why I had to refilm it. And honestly, I'm glad I refilmed it because it actually is turning out better than it did the first time. But when I drew this card on that first video, this card actually flew into this little water bowl right here because my cat's food is sitting right here in this room. And luckily it didn't really harm the card or anything like that, so that's cool. But normally this card, it shows someone who's in a boat and they're kind of going on a voyage, or they're leaving something behind. So the Six of Swords does speak to voyages. It does speak to kind of leaving some type of aspect behind so you can kind of experience things new. And the Six of Swords, I think it's interesting how you have the swan up here with the child who's sleeping on it, and then you have these 5 crows sitting on these other swords. The Five of Swords in tarot is interesting because it talks about kind of being on the battlefield and trying to gather all the resources so you can have the most armor, so you can have the most stuff, and I guess be the strongest. The Six of Swords is talking about, no, we need to kind of leave that behind. We have to consider the fact that, Mars also, Mars is in Aquarius, and Mars is kind of like this masculine energy, and it's also the warrior. So there's been a bit of this warrior energy when it comes to society at large. And with the South Node is here, there have been some arguments, there have been some flare-ups, there have been some battles. Today's going to be a day where you really want to fly above all of that shit. You want to leave that shit behind, And yeah, you're going to fight, and it's kind of like I'm hearing a song that my dad wrote. It's like, you got to fight every day of your life if you ever want to make it right. And that is true, but today is not going to be a day where you want to fight others. Today is a day where you really want to just fight to be you. And you don't have to fight other people to do it. The way that you fight today is by acknowledging your heart, acknowledging your bliss, your joy, your inner child. Because yes, you do have to fight every day. And it's okay, yeah. In many ways, you do have to fight every day of your life. But, there are different ways to fight. And I think right now, it's like this, right now, it's so much more important right now to fight back by following your heart. Because that's really is what's going to free you, that is what's going to liberate you, and that's how you're going to manifest the life of your dreams. That is it for your reading today, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to the aquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, stand. Yahoo! Smile often.